Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is Wednesday night, September 24th, 2025. It is break night. We have potentially 3 breaks on tap tonight. Bowman Chrome is... I knew everything looked like it was shifted over here. Why does everything look like it's way off to the left? We got 3 breaks potentially on tap tonight. We have our Bowman Chrome break, which is filled, and that mini has been, or that random has been run. You can see that over in the right-hand side there. We do have... This is where I was doing pictures with this before. It's a little bit better. Fix the camera. The camera is not the easiest camera to adjust. Especially you just spin it. I do need to get a couple of links. That's terrible. It's all about angles. There, I think that's better. All right. I do need to get a couple things. I gotta post the YouTube link. I'm a little behind on that, and then I just gotta do the tags for the Bowman Chrome. Okay, y'all got me so confused right now. So I guess I gotta kind of try to see if I can understand this. When it comes to, with respect to Bowman, I guess kind of the general consensus seems kind of like would rather have more boxes for more than basically the quantity of boxes in the pulls is more important than necessarily essentially the cost. I think is kind of what I'm taking away from the poll today is that, and kind of seeing from Nick's breaks, so kind of got a little inspired from the fact that watching Nick do his breaks where he did 2 hobby boxes and Breaker's Delight, was kind of seeing that one, he filled 2 breaks that night. So both of those breaks. Now he did pay by team. I think one of the areas we've struggled with in some of the breaks has been that with the mid-tier teams, that tier 2, tier 3 level, the pull of the big team has not been enough necessarily to kind of satisfy those spots, which is why I did the 10 spot. And you all voted for the 10 spot PYT as the predominant winner on that. So that's kind of where I went with on that one. Brian, I replied back to you, so... All right. Brian wants to. We do have 4 spots left in our mini. Brian, you will get spot 3. So 4 spots left in that mini. Because one of the football spots I left open got taken, I may be inclined to close that mini early. So we'll see. But there are 4 spots left. It is $20 a spot. It is a can't lose mini, so you will get something out of it. There is Topps Chrome Hobby and Donruss Football on that one. All right, we are doing the serial number guess tonight. We did hit last time. Mr. Tanner actually was the winner and successor of the hitting the $20 serial number. So we are back down to $5 credit, 5 and 10. So if you want to go ahead and put a serial number down in the comment section, you put your chance out to get a potential win for some break credit. I did post the breaks that will go up tomorrow, so we'll do a box of Bowman Chrome and a box of Breaker's Delight. We actually are fortunate that we've gotten some Breaker's Delight and actually have a good line on Breaker's Delight right now. So I will tell you, I will do more as the group continues to fill more. So if we can fill these breaks kind of quickly and stuff and move them, then I will definitely get more Bowman Chrome Breaker's Delight, and we'll keep kind of pressing on with them. The pricing is pretty decent-ish now, but I think Bowman Chrome also looks a lot, Breaker's Delight looks a lot better this year. All right, so we had Miker, Ray, Sean, Tony, Sam, Matt, Chad, Brian. If anybody wants any personals of Bowman as well, I do have Andrew Benjamin. I do have hobbies in stock. The Breaker's Delight should be showing tomorrow. Hey, Brian, did you see that football break that's going up tomorrow is going to be the glory of the game break? I almost did 2 glory of the game, but I don't love the fact of what the ratios are for like the good versus the bad between glory of the game. So that's why I stuck with the 1 and did the select variation, because I felt like that would be better value. I am looking at, when I come back from Aiden's, my week off because of Aiden's surgery and stuff, I am looking at posting a how much for personals? What was I at? $295, Sam? Yeah, $295 for a Bowman hobby personal. For Breaker's Delight, that one's more. What did I say? I think $325. I think $325 on Breaker's Delight, which I don't have right now, but $295 on hobby. All right, Brian Tanner, 119, Liam, 128. I led you with the question. I figured. Chad, 115. David, number 1. Hey, if you hit the superfractor, then you can buy like 2 or 3 boxes. That superfractor bounty right now is up to $715. Someone's going to have at least $715 in break credit. But yeah, so I struggle a little bit with doing the pay by teams on Bowman, only because my fear is we're going to fill 20 out of 30 spots and be stuck on 10 spots and never get them filled. And it's going to be hard because they're not going to be the best teams. I'm not saying I'm not willing to do it. They worries me a little bit. So that's why I did the 10 spot for tomorrow. So we will have 3 megas, 3 blasters, and of select football tomorrow, or going up tomorrow with glory of the game. We will have select NASCAR, and we will do the Breaker's Delight and Breaker's Hobby of Bowman and Bowman Chrome. Yeah, the Hobby and Breaker's Delight of Bowman Chrome. That'll go up tomorrow. All right. Pat's going 29. All right, make sure you get your serial numbers in, because that helps you get potentially some free break credit here. We will do a duck race for the Donruss once that mini is filled. Again, 4 spots left in that mini. I will update the caption. All right, we updated the caption. What's up, Alan? So Sam, put a number down. I don't have to see a number down for you. You can get yourself some free break credit here. Al, we are doing the serial number guess giveaway. So, all right, let's go down the teams for Bowman Hobby. Andrew Benjamin has the Tigers, the Guardians, and the Astros. Sean Stickles got the Rangers, Braves, and Brewers. Brian Tanner's got the Red Sox, Phillies, and Marlins. Chad's got the Reds, the Diamondbacks, and the Rockies. Ray has the Yankees, the Padres, and the Rays. What's up, Kevin? Matt's got the Dodgers, the Giants, and the Nationals. Sean's got the Pirates, Angels, and Mariners. Miker's got the O's, White Sox, and the A's. Sam has the Cardinals, the Royals, and the Blue Jays. Tony has the Cubs, Mets, and Twins. Alan, 23. Wow, that's kind of funny. Kevin goes 21. Sam went 22. And Alan went 23. That's pretty funny. Nice countdown, guys. All right. Yeah. All right, so here we go. You got your first look. Obviously, Nick did this as a break, but for me, it's my first look in person of Bowman Chrome Hobby. They did away with the mini boxes, as you can see. We still have our 2 autographs. The Breakers Delight does look good in this because instead of just doing like the HTAs we did in the past, which were pretty brutal rips, they added the 7 cards to them. So that's kind of nice that they actually have more. There is I think some people are the traditionalist of the mini boxes. Was a nice thing with Chrome. But I don't really particularly care. To me, this basically looks exactly like a Topps Finest box. That's how I look at it. All right, so open the box. Here's our packs. We'll get them out. 6 packs, 10 cards per pack. Empty box. As you can see. Maybe I want to go see Darryl Strawberry and Doc Gooden Friday. Where's my invite, Sam? Huh? All right. The Cubs I have seen in this product has actually been hitting really well, so we'll be interested to see if that still holds true. But I also seen a lot of Garbage Pail Kids cards come out. All right, here we go. Good luck, everybody. You got Jazz, Chisholm, Drake Baldwin, Kumar, Rocker, a red rookie, Jake Mangum. The consensus has been about the red rookies at this point. Unless you're getting a Nick Kurtz for the AL, you're kind of in a wash. Looks like we have back-to-back melteds. Nope. We've got Max Volume, Christian Campbell, rookie for the Red Sox. Utica. Send me an airplane ticket. Or send me a helicopter. Christian Campbell, Max Volume, Roman Anthony. These are called the Melteds. Melted something. Melted Mayhem. Roman Anthony. Alorki Rodriguez. You guys are going to have to help me a little bit with some of the first Bowmans because I don't remember exactly who the big keys are here. Diego Tornez. Alan Pena. I feel like that's one of the ones. And Cam Schlitter. I've heard also all the Yankee firsts are all pitchers. There's no hitting Yankees in Bowman Chrome this year. I feel like this is one of the guys. So I'm going to sleeve on top of it. I think he's one of the ones. All right. That's what I thought. I had kind of remembered that. I thought that was you. Hey, there is a Nick Kurtz rookie card. We'll sleeve that one here in a second when it focuses. Focus. Nick Kurtz rookie card. Alex Bregman. Tariq Skubal. RJ Schrecht on the, as we call it, Alan says, the stripper glitter. Got a reptilian here. That is going to be 2. Nobody picked 2. 2 of 150. That is going Ethan Salas. Nice. With a adios, Bobby Witt Jr. Adios, he said. Adios. On a side note, while I'm sleeving these up, the ship list was updated this morning of the people. This was for breaks through last week. I have 4 shipments I still have to get out. Jaw Black, John Stevener, Mr. Trokey, and Spencer Sharp. Everyone else is under the 10 line as of the end of last week. So we will update those as we go along. I can tell you of the folks who are close to getting a shipment right now, just for no other reason, just me letting you know. For those who are within 1 or 2 breaks currently, Alan, I sent all of his out, so let's zero out. Dennis Hoskins, Ken Huber, Chris Lovins, Sean Donahue, Tanner Michael, and Tony Newell. So Tony, you will have crossed the threshold after tonight. So your stuff will be going out after I sort this break here. All right. And we're going to keep it on going with the stack. Bobby Witt Jr., adios, as we mentioned. Cale Fountain, Devin Fitzgerald, Arun Nimala, and JJ Weatherholt. I did also take a lot of cards and list them on eBay. I think they've got still like 2 days left on auction. I will post the eBay store in this group to go check them out. There's a Judge graded PSA 10 rookie in there. Basically, it's all those cards plus some graded stuff that I showed in that one post. So, is that a Garbage Pail Kid? Nope, it looks interesting. Oh, that might be It Came to the League. Max Muncy. What's up, Joe? Dylan Cruz. Zach Veen. Hyeseong Kim. True Blue. 70. It's going to be our first auto. No one had 70. 70 of 150. True Blue auto. Heinz Burrito. I just said burrito. It's Brito. Heinz Burrito sounds better. Ooh, nice. Nick Kurtz came to the lead rookie. Heinz Burrito. I'm going to call him Heinz Burrito because now I want a burrito. For the Guardians, this one is headed out to Andrew Benjamin. Nice. It came to the league. Nick Kurtz came to the league and ran away with the Rookie of the Year. There's Heinz Burrito again. Ketchup on your burrito? Why, yes, please. Heinz Burrito. Harold Rivas, Dejan Marquez, and Kendry Martinez. As always, all of your Chrome firsts will be sleeved at minimum before they ship out to you, so never to fear. All right. I almost considered doing a flash hobby break tonight, Bowman Chrome hobby break. It just would depend if we had enough people on. But we got the 2-1 going up tomorrow, too. Shohei Ohtani, Escobar Tovar, Kettle Marte. Oh. Well, then. There's your Chase Met right there. Alon Pena. Well, there he is. Speak of the man himself. For the Mets, Tony Newell. There you go. There's your Chase Met. I foresaw this coming. That's why I locked the Mets. I had a vision. Very nice. First box, good mojo. Good mojo. I like the color we're getting out of this so far, too. Much better. I think they've done a better job with Chrome this year. We got 74, 150. Anybody have 74? No 74s. 74, 150, Roman Anthony, Blue Wave. Cam Smith that came to the league. Christian Aruglas, Padilla, Ramsell Medina, and Kenny Felon. Lisa's giving it the hard eyes. Lisa approves. Got a lot of blue on the board here. Oh, the 150s here. All right, 2 packs left. We've hit both our autos. Doesn't mean we can't hit a super fracture. We got a shimmer. Trey Turner. Christian Yelich. Spencer Schwallenbach. That's 2 red rookies, which neither are going to win. Yahiel Melendez. on the shimmer non-numbered. We got a purple shimmer for the Rangers, Jacob deGrom. That is 291 of 299. And then an Adios, Max Clark. So that's not bad. So we've had 2 parallels not numbered, 4 numbered cards so far. I'm satisfied. That's a much better ratio than we've had in the past, for sure. The red rookies just kind of feel like a joke now because they're, at least on the AL side, there's just no chance other than Nick Kurtz taking Rookie of the Year at this point. I wonder what the betting line on Nick Kurtz winning Rookie of the Year is right now. But we'll still sleeve the Schwallenbach. All right. Adios, Max Clark. Severino, Will Taylor, Luis Pena, and Charlie Condon for the Rockies. All right. And last pack for your first Bowman hobby box. Are we going to get a super? No supers. Do you have a Pulsar? And some other stuff. Junior Caminero. Focus, Junior. Junior Caminero, another red rookie of Will Warren. Now we're getting silly. Meteoric Rise, Walker Jenkins. Nice. Oh, nice. Luis Angel Acuna rookie, too, for the Mets. Another one for Tony. 85 of 150. This was the 150 box. Everything numbered in here was to 150. Nice Meteoric Rise. That's cool. The Alon Pena did, Liam. Meteoric Rise, Walker Jenkins. Nice. Hey, we actually did get a card. Oh, it's not a bad one either on the Pulsar. I peeked, sorry. Angel Acuna to 150. And then for the Dodgers, how about a Shohei Ohtani? If it wants this focus. 349 of 399. Shohei Ohtani on the Pulsar for the Dodgers. What a mat. Nice. Well, that was a really solid hobby box. Haven't seen a Bowman Chrome box be like that in a long time. It's a far cry from a Topps Chrome box, that's for sure. And we got the Melted Zero Hope, Kevin Alcantara. Oh, sorry, Kelvin Alvarez, not Alcantara. Yves Zergai, RJ Shrek, and Jordan Sanchez for the O's. That is a really, 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 really good hobby box comparatively. All right. So all right, let's do the recap. Got the Shohei Ohtani to 399. We got the Ethan Salas 2 of 150. RJ Shrek on the stripper glitter, according to Twas, for the Blue Jays first. Heinz Burrito, or Heinz Brito is his actually name, to 150. 70 of 150 on the auto. Roman Anthony, 74 of 150. Luis Angel Acuna, 85 of 150. Yahil Melendez on the shimmer. Jacob deGrom on the 291 of 299 on the purple shimmer. And Elaine Pena is going to be the big hit on this one. The chase auto for the New York Mets. Very nice. Cardinal Liam is last sold for 400. So, Tony, sell, sell, sell. And then the side sleeved cards that we had was the Meteoric Rise of Walker Jenkins, Red Schwallenbach, Dylan Cruz base, Nick Kurtz that came to the league, Nick Kurtz base rookie, Pena first chrome, and a Jake Magnum. I want to say Magnum, but it's Magnum. All right. So let's go ahead and take a look at the mini and where it sits right now. Let's see. I think we're still at 4. I'm going to go ahead and close that mini. So I will take 4 spots out of that. And we will move forward. Why is that not safe? Oh. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the last 4 spots, unless I'll give a final call if anybody wants to grab a mini spot. It's selling high now, right? Because the product just came out this week. So if that's the case, everyone's going to go for it. As is customary. That was a really good box. It was definitely a good box. All right. Let's go to Donruss Hobby. All right, we're going to go do the mini. We'll run the mini via duck race. Get your lead-footed ducks out because we're going to duck race them all. Or let me see. You all made a request. And I said I was going to follow through on it. I just need to find. Yep, there they are. You all had requested that I have the ability to do more than just the ducks. I'm going to see if I can get that really quickly now. Let's see here. Just give me 1 second. Like I said, if anybody else wants to take a mini spot, go ahead. But we're going to change it up a little bit here. You asked for it, and I'm going to deliver. And I'll show exactly what I mean in just a second here. See, anybody else want a mini spot? Nope. All right. So edit. Instead of a duck race, And let me just make sure everybody's paid that's supposed to be paid. Oh, Ricky only had one spot. Hold on, I gotta double check something here. I think Ricky only wanted one spot. So I may have messed that up. Which I still say I'm going to run it, so it will still happen. There's Becky's. I saw Pat's, David, Pat. All right. Pat, David. Then let me just ask a quick question because I think Ricky Worry only wanted one. It's 20, Steven. If you want a spot, I have spots. 1, 2, 10, and 12 available. Oh, Anthony just grabbed 10. So, all right. So I'll put Anthony down for 10. All right. Steven's going to jump in for spot number 2. All right. All right. You guys send your payments over. The other night I actually gave away some spots and it worked out well. All right, so I think Ricky. All right, so I think Ricky actually only wanted one spot because he saw 9 was taken and then he switched it over to 11. So, all right, so spot 8 became available then. All right, once I see Anthony and there's Steven, there's Anthony. All right, you guys are in. All right, so we're going to switch this up. All right, final call. Your dad's getting a spot. Which spot is he getting? Tell him to hurry up. He's slow. Just kidding. His choice is 1, 8, 1, 8, or 12. 1, 8, or 12. Meanwhile, I'm going to flip this over so you guys can see what exactly is going to happen here in a second. And I put that here for right now, but I think some folks wanted to jump in. We're doing a monster race. We are changing it up. We're changing the ducks out. We are doing a monster race. He wants 8? All right. All right, so Frankie's taking 8. So I will update him in here. So we're going with the monsters. All right, so I'll have the bookends. Let me flip this over here. All right, so I will have the bookends here. I will have spot 1 and 12. Stephen Van Duren has 2, Brian 3, Pat 4, Becky 5, Phil 6, Chad 7, Frankie 8, David 9, Anthony 10, Ricky 11. Let's go back to a 1-minute one because we haven't seen this yet. All right. We got a cup. Let's see. What do we got here? We got a T-Rex, a Godzilla, a giant werewolf. We got the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Steven's a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Oh, we got some wild monsters here. This is going to be different. All right. So here we go. Here is your monster race for a mini. And then we'll pick something else new to do the random for Donruss. All right. Here we go. On the count. 3, 2, 1, and off. Oh, we got a Star Wars walker here. Becky is the Star Wars walker. Let's see, we got Godzilla, King Kong, and a T-Rex actually out front. Chad is the Godzilla here. We got Pat out front here. Oh, this is kind of interesting. It'd be kind of more funny if they were fighting each other along the way. Godzilla keeps surging and then coming back behind. Stay Puft Marshmallow, Stephen Van Duren is kind of in the lead. I don't know who's technically T-Rex in the lead with the nose. We got Abominable King Kong down here at the bottom. 20 seconds left in our monster race. Who's going to end up taking this one? This is quite entertaining. Oh, these monsters are kind of funny here. 10 seconds left. We got Optimus Prime Pat. Oh, Optimus Prime Pat surging. Optimus Prime Pat takes the win. And all the other monsters fall down. There is your monster random. That was funny. Pat comes in first, Anthony second, Steven third, Mr. Kelsey fourth, Dave Samuel fifth, Chad sixth, I'm seventh, Brian Tanner eighth, Ricky ninth, Frankie 10th, Becky 11th, and I take the last spot. But yeah, right. Alright, I'll post that in here. I'll post that in here. That was fun. Alright. I'm going to go back to the settings here now that I've copied these results. While I work some stuff in the background and get some of these breaks updated. I'm going to give you all a choice. Take a look at the different types of races you can do here. Okay. Yeah, I'll change the screen. Alright, let me give you guys the setup screen on this one, and I'll let you guys choose which type of race to do next for the Donruss football spot. Alright, Alright, so these are the types of racers that we can do. Let me make sure you actually get to it. Okay, cool. Actually, let me go full screen on this. Can I go full screen? There we go. All right. So these are the types of things that we can do for races. You have Italian brain rot, spaceship, robot racers, jetpack race timer. We just did the monster race. We can do an emoji race, a block race, an alien race, a dragon race, swimmers, canoe, BMX bikers, runners. And then you kind of come down here. There's snail races, spider races, shark race, witch races, toy racers, motors and tech. So this would be like cars and everything. And then there's these random name pickers kind of things. So there's also a crab race, a dolphin race. You could all be pretty princesses too if you want to do a pretty princess race. No, it's downstairs in the living room.
Oh, I thought you were talking in it earlier.
No, I went down there to plug it in because it was bugging me.
Oh, it's plugged
in. Yeah. There's a spider race. We have our traditional duck races, a dino timer race. So I'm going to let this up while I do some stuff in the background. I'll let you all decide what. It depends on how crabby people are feeling. If they're feeling really crabby, I'll do it. But I'll let you all decide if which race you want to do for the Donruss random. I'm going to go ahead and get our mini other stuff set up here. And I will also comment from this which teams and spots you all ended up with. So I'll put this in the comment section. There's that. Witch race for Halloween time. It's not Halloween yet, but we can do a witch race. I'm down for witches. Potato sack race. Sack race. All right, you all come to a consensus on which one we should do. While I'm doing this, I just gave you guys your updates on what is exactly what went for what. So, all right, because I got to update this Donruss one. All right, let's get this. Cardinals went to Anthony. Pat got the Titans and the Topps Chrome spot. Steven got the Topps baseball. So those who win a Topps Chrome baseball spot, I do need you to go over to that break and pick a team. Let's see, 49ers went to Becky. Saints went to Frankie. Vikings went to Brian. Rams went to me. Broncos went to Chad. Cowboys went to David. Bears went to Mr. Trokey. All right. And then Falcons went to nobody. Because I missed to put them in there. Okay. All right. I'm going to check these payments out. Penn, Dennis, Brad. All right, so I've got potato sack race has 2 votes so far. So I think we're going to go with the potato sack race. All right, since I got 2 votes on the potato sack race. We should do like the music goes. All right. No one's going to know what song that's from. I already know that for a fact. All right. I'm going to go back to my screens here. All right. So I'm going to get the names here in here for the Donruss break. Oh, I didn't want to open Mozilla. Draw page. Dennis was in. Brad was in. A lot of dings. I hear ding, 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 ding. So ding, 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 ding. Sean's payment there. So, Sean, and what? No, it's in Spencer. Oh, there it is. There's Spencer. Many. Sorry, I'm just triple checking payments here. There's Pat. Kenneth. Okay, I don't have his. David. Many. Oh, yeah. All right. I think there's a couple folks' payments on Donruss I'm missing, but they're small, so I can message them quickly here. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure I'm not missing something here. Have his even? Let's do his. All right. Yeah, I will go take a look. I did see it come through. You guys got the Saints in that one. Steven, I will tag you. Anthony, you are in this for Cardinals, and then you're picking a baseball spot. Let me go over and tag you guys for the baseball one if you haven't found it already. I saw Pat come through. I just had a couple people I'm missing here. Let's see. Oh, why does it let me tag him? All right. David, if you're on, I am missing your payment. I do not see it. All right. And let's see. Going over to baseball. So Steven. I need you, Pat, to also pick a team as well. Darren, Anthony, Pat, please pick a team. I didn't see it. That's what I was looking for. I see the mini payment that you made. And then I see the one earlier today, but I don't see one for football. I'm missing the 22, David. I'm trying to double check to see if I see it. Yeah, I'm missing the 22. All right. And the A's are locked, Steven, in that mini, or in that one. Okay. That's why I check. Yeah, I just tagged you, Steven, in the baseball one. All right. Just it. All right. Just getting all the logistics squared away here. All right. We're getting close to getting ready to run this here. I'm going to move the... All right. Padres, Mariners. Padres for Steven. Mariners for Anthony. Okay. Sounds good. Padres. Mariners. All right. So, Pat, I just need you to pick a team. Cody, welcome to the group, or welcome to the live. 23. All right. And for those who are not familiar, again, we are doing our serial number giveaway tonight. What's up, Ray? 150. Hooray. We are doing our serial number. Dodgers are also locked. Nats, Dodgers, Yankees, and A's are all locked. This is the current. This is what's picked. Here, I'll post this into the chat for you, Pat. Those are what's currently picked. And this is what is currently locked that you cannot pick, because these will be assigned in the random. Did Mark pay me for that? I don't know if he's good about paying me. All right, let's get this random running. Jays. Okay, perfect. 124 for Anthony. And Steven, we are doing a serial number giveaway, so you can go ahead and put a number in the comment section and you could win yourself some free break credit. All right, Blue Jays for Pat. There is one spot left in that break. So If anybody wants it, they can grab it. It is $26 a spot. Posted that one. Yep, Mark did pay that. Okay. I don't have to worry about messaging him on that then. All right. It's all right for the logistics. Just gotta check all the logistics out. It's all about the logistics. It's all about that beat. About that beat. About that beat. All right. Got that saved. Everybody's got theirs in. Make sure I'm not missing anything here. Steven's going 43. All right. Let's do, you guys asked for a potato sack race for Donruss. We're going to do a potato sack race. So let me get that list put in here, and I will show that to you all. I have a couple outstanding, we're going to do Donruss football right now, Ray, and then we're going to do the Topps Chrome Hobby Box after this. So you'll be in the next break. We just did Bowman Chrome. All right, potato sack race, top 6 are going to get 3 packs each for the Raiders. All right, 31 names for a potato sack race, just for funsies. We're not, oh my God, we're not doing that. We're not doing a 10-minute potato sack race. Yeesh. All right, I'm going to tag, let me get the tags in for this really quickly. You are all very eager sack racers right now. Donruss football. Now, I did order 6 boxes of certified, so we do have a decent list of certified that we should be running for when that comes up. This over here, because I need to see everybody in the tag. I want to make sure everyone can see this when we run it. Put that there. Now I can do the tags, because now I can see who I'm tagging. All right, so Anthony, Paul Williams, Dennis, Brad, Mr. Trokey, Jaw, Pat, David, Chad, Spencer, Lynn, Frankie, Kenneth, who I, for whatever reason, oh, now I can tag him. What the heck? I love it when it just decides it doesn't want to let me tag people for a while, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it then starts letting me tag people again. It's like, why? Why, Facebook, must you torture me so? Becky, and that's it. All right, now I got everyone tagged. Sweet. All right, here we go. We're going to do your sack race. So 31 entries, top 6 are getting in. 3, 2, 1, and go. Bobbing over the names right now. Like, hey, hey. Ken's got the lead right now. Sack race. Sorry. I make the name shorter, but it's harder to do that. Such fun music that we got going today. I'll probably go back next 30 seconds next week, but well, we got some fun races that we can do now. It's not all about the ducks. You put some obstacles in the way, where like a soccer ball or like a stick, or like someone falls down. It's like, hey, you cheated. Do a little dance. Charizard dance. And your winner, Ben, we get the first 3 packs, and here's going to be your top 6 to roll through this one. Your top 6 is going to be Ben P, David S, Anthony C, Brian Tanner, myself, and Dennis. Those are your top 6 that will receive. You all will receive the Raiders in the upcoming Donruss football break. All right. I'm going to get this put in the spreadsheet so you can all have it on your results list. So you can see it live in person. And I'm flipping this over. What's up, Mr. Cherokee? I jumped in to put a serial number in. Good call. Get that serial number in while you can. All right, let's get your stream moved back over so y'all can see the list. Oh, they look so happy, but they're tired. All right, let's move it back over. All right, now comes the real fun. Now we're going to find a downtown. All right, so there you go. Ben, David, Anthony, Brian, myself, and Dennis. Ricky joined the party. Ricky, 36. All right, and Becky. What's up, Becky? You know, I saw the Chiefs hanging out there. I'm like, if I don't direct tag Becky in this break to give her a chance to get the Chiefs, I feel like I'm doing her a disservice. So, all right, we're done with our sack race. We're moving on. This is Donruss football. We're going to do like we did before. We're going to take the top three, and we're just going to work down the stream. We are looking for that downtown. We have yet to hit it. The downtowns in this product are numbered where they have gold downtowns to 10 and black downtowns to 1. I do have 3 more of these sitting up at the card shop right now. I don't know if they've sold yet or not, but I do have them. But I do have certified. It's been okay, but I also am kind of seeing the prices on Donruss starting to drop a little bit. Not as cheap as that when I bought these at, but they are dropping some. So we'll kind of see. All right, so first 3 packs is going to be for Ben P. We'll rip and stack. So definitely want to see a downtown. We need a downtown. I have yet. I think this is one of those products that I have not seen. I have not pulled a downtown in. Our Panini 101 bounty is also eligible in this break. That is a $95 break credit. Yeah, I couldn't imagine, Becky, if we pulled like a Patty Mahomes downtown 101, that you'd have been like, why didn't you tag me? I totally would have got in. So, because that's what I would be if it was like the Giants and it was like a super reasonable price for something like that. All right, here you go. Good luck, everybody. This is Ben P for the Raiders. Everyone else has their team. Jalen Ramsey, Josh Allen, Harold Fannin Jr., Torrey Holt, Bijan Robinson. You got Mike Evans for the Guardian Kings. Cam Ward, there's the first Cam Ward throwback. We had a lot of Cam Ward base and inserts in the last Donruss. Giants are starting Jackson Dart on this weekend, which is exactly what I didn't want them to do. They just, now I'm starting to feel like these are desperate plays the Giants are doing in order to oh God, I can't think. Save their jobs. Caleb Williams, Malik Neighbors, TJ Hawkinson, a kid reporter. Jonathan Mingo, Devin Hester, Kyle McCord, rated rookie red, press proof, Nick Scorton, Jared Verse, Christian McCaffrey. Oh, I thought that for a second. But hey, there's a Jackson Dart. Speak of the man right there. There is a rated rookies retro Jackson Dart. Could be your NFL MVP rookie of the year this year. We'll see. Giants could be the most expensive team in a break. We got Josh Allen here for a road to the Super Bowl. Vinny Testaverde, Max Crosby, Trey Tucker. There are 2 Raiders. Well, I think if they don't win with Dart, obviously Dart will stay, but I think the coaching staff and GM are done. Jahdae Barron, Montez Sweat, Joe Mixon, Amarion Hampton running back for the Chargers. Not bad, actually. We'll sleeve him. Mikael Williams, Jackson Dart Bomb Squad. We'll sleeve that one. Joe Burrow and Mark Andrews. At some point, we will start throwing darts at Dable and showing. I don't know. I think there was a lot of very discouraged fans from the Giants because that Chiefs game was a very winnable game, and the defense definitely did the job in that game. The offense just did not execute. It didn't help that Tracy went out with an injury too, but they also weren't. I think it wasn't as well executed, obviously, as we would have hoped as well either. So there was a lot of issues there for sure. It was nice watching the Cowboys-Giants game because I actually felt like I could go back to the way I used to watch the Giants when I actually cared that I thought they could win. And I still felt that way against the Chiefs game. It just, yeah, I don't know. It started to feel like instead of Russell Wilson being accurate, it looked like Russell Wilson being desperate. All right. So that was Ben's packs. You had 2 base Raiders. All right. Next 3 is going to be David. I think NFL Shields are relic cards available in this. So we will look for those. I mean, Kevin, do you think they're rushing too soon with Dart? I think they should have put Jameis Winston in, truthfully. Yeah, I mean, and that's a good point too. I mean, they let Neighbors' legs do the work, right? Instead of trying to hit him deep. Cole Kmet, Devonta Smith, Amon-Ra St. Brown. You do think they're rushing? I do too. I think it's too soon to pull the. It just, I don't know. It feels too soon to pull the wool out on for Dart to play. I mean, the couple spots he did, he looked terrible. Lamar Jackson, Jalen Wright, John Elway, Jahan Dotson, Trevor Lawrence, Adam Thielen, Kid Porter, Tyler Boyd, Eric Dickerson, Andrew Van Ginkel. I said to somebody when Abdul Carter was chasing around with Patrick Mahomes, he reminded me of the character Kevin Nash played at the end of the football game when they switched to steroids for estrogen, and he was chasing people around with his hands up. He was chasing abs. They're like, there's a couple plays where I saw Abdul Carter, and I kind of thought that's what he looked like to me. What he was doing, he was chasing around Mahomes with his hands going, Focus. Come on, Gibbs. Focus. There we go. Jahmyr Gibbs, Devon Achane, Tyler Warren for the Colts. I also think it's not helping Daboll's in their cases with Daniel Jones actually playing well, but I still am happier without him. Well, that's the thing, right? The O-line is definitely not the best. Saquon on the best of instant with the leap. They looked a little bit better, but yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of panic. Tajay Spears, Xavier Legette, Tony Dorsett, Jalen Hurts, Shadur Sanders for the Browns. Nice. And then 146 of 199, Lutheran Burden III. Scottaboo, I actually thought looked good. Scottaboo just looks like a wild child. He reminds me of Danny from The Replacements. If you've seen the movie The Replacements, he just reminds me of him. He was I think he was the linebacker. All right, Lutheran Burden III for the Bears, 146 of 199. That one's going to Sir Trokey. All right, Taysom Hill, Micah Parsons, Eric Dickerson, best of Malik Neighbors. Why is he on his back? Because that's the best of Malik Neighbors. He's on his back. Oh, Neighbors' first career touchdown. Tremaine Edmonds and Andrew Van Ginkel. It's like, geez, guys. I mean, I know the Giants were bad last year, but just putting a card with Neighbors on his back doesn't seem very nice. All right, third up, there's definitely the relic cards in this one. AC3, you definitely have the relic card pack. It's always the super thick one. I thought Scotto played pretty well. I like Tracy, but have you seen what? I always feel like Tracy got a dislocated shoulder, but I don't actually know what happened to Tracy. Did you ever hear what the injury report was on Tracy? All right, EC3's got this one. So here we go for the Raiders. Everyone else has theirs. Good luck. Culpepper, Chad Johnson, Jalen Milroe for the Seahawks, Terrell Suggs, Art Monk, CJ Stroud, who I think his. If you have CJ Stroud rookie cards, I'm telling you right now, sell, because that's actually a good comparison. It reminds you of Bavaro. It's actually a really good comparison. The Texans look terrible right now. The Texans might go down as the disappointing team this year, so I think Stroud stock's going to go down a lot. Jaden Higgins for the Texans. Sam Darnold bomb squad. Cortland Sutton, Jake Plummer, Adonai Mitchell, Drake May, Ozzie Newsome, 299 of 500 for the Brownies. Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, Bavaro was one of the best tight ends. That guy would just bulldoze everybody. I mean, that one play where Scottaboo got stuffed, but he like shed the guy off and then pushed and then went and ran for the touchdown was impressive. Or not impressive, it was like Ethan's out of his room. Hold on. I think my son has something going on with his stomach. I just heard his door open and come out of the room. So sorry. I'm gonna give him a minute and then I'm gonna go fetch him. We got Jordan Watkins, Jaleel McLaughlin, Tutu Atwell. There's a Drake May Elite Series for the Patriots. He actually doesn't look too bad. Actually, I think he's been playing pretty well. Of all the guys from last year, besides from Daniels, who went down with an injury, I think May actually looks okay. Jalen Hurts, David Krieg, Jalen McMillan, J.J. McCarthy, Njoku, Nick Bonito, 395 of 500. You know, that's what I thought he had. Without even knowing, I thought for sure the way he went down, the way he got hit, that he dislocated his shoulder. That's exactly what I thought happened. Which is funny, right? You see like movies, people take their shoulders and they just snap it back in place and they're like, I'm good. And you see wrestlers do that. But they're like, football players, like, no, you're out for forever. All right, we got Graham Mertz, James Conner, Travis Swift, and your relic card is going to be Calvin Johnson, Canton Kings, 231 of 425 for the Lions. On a Spencer with a Derrick Henry Elite Series on the back. I do see pre-orders out there for Absolute Football and Mosaic Football. Absolute Football pre-order price is $600. Don't love it. I think that's on par with last year, but I really don't love it for this class. I'm kind of tempted to just sit on Absolute and wait and see. Derrick Henry Elite Series, Jaden Daniels Bomb Squad, second year. and Victor Cruz. Mosaic football, I think, will be good. I'm just I don't know. Absolute scares me a bit. At $600 a box, they haven't been great every year. So, I don't know. Like I said, I got box still certified on order. I mean, this box prices, these should be $250 box prices, and we should be able to do 2 box breaks of these, but they're not right now. I actually have an optic preview. First optic preview we've had. This is Brian Tanner's box for the Raiders. Everyone else has theirs. A gold? Might have a gold. Or no, that might be the rookies. Just color match. Oh, yeah. Kelsey and Mahomes look like they are just on 2 different planets right now. All right, we got George Kittle, Mike Williams. No name. That is going to be Jordan Addison, currently on suspension for the Vikings on the no name card. Yeah, stats as a whole in football this year, I feel like are down. Like a lot of unders I've been betting. I've changed my approach and done a lot more unders than I've done overs because the stats are just not there with people right now. Nick Amanawari, Trey Benson, Mike Rozier, Will Howard, the rookies. That's what I thought might have been numbered, but it's not. CJ Stroud, Panini Instant, Drake London, Jordan Love, nothing but love. Jacoby Myers, Tyler Aguilar, Buda Baker. I know he is. I'm after this one. I'm going to go get him back out. Mason Graham, Chris Godwin. Optic preview, Mason Graham. Darn, wrong Brown. That is a silver optic preview for the Brownies of Mason Graham. Wrong Brown. Conversation that I think there's a conversation in Cleveland of does Dylan Gabriel get the start over Flacco, or does Shedeur Sanders get the start over Flacco? All right, we got Michael Pittman Jr. on the Dominators. Bomb Squad, Bryce Young, Javonte Williams, Nico Collins, Darnell Mooney, Rashad Bateman, Zach Moss, Torrey Holt, Isaiah Likely, DeMarvion Overshone, All Action Pros, Derrick Henry, Will Howard on the rated rookie retro, and a Zach Bond and a Steven Jackson. All right, let me go fetch my son out of the bathroom real quick, and then we will go through the last 6 packs. Bad work never ends. Oh, never ends. All right. Next 3 packs are mine for the Raiders. And then we're going to finish with Dennis. We do still have our autograph we're looking for. I put Donruss Baseball. I just realized that on the lower stream. It says Donruss Base and it says Donruss Football. Oh, my lord. My brain is not always there. Although this week my brain's pretty much fried because of what's coming up next week with Aiden's surgery. It gets more real, obviously, the closer it gets. All right, we need a downtown. We really, really need a downtown. All right, Josh Downs, Jerome Ford, Dylan Sampson, Vernon Davis, Charles Woodson, Will Anderson Jr., Dominators, Will Howard, Throwback, A.J. Brown, Malachi Corley, Justin Fields, Terrell Owens, Geno Stone, Tyler Loop, Ed Reed, Harold Carmichael, Jim Hart Legends Series, Kyle McCord, Brian Robinson Jr., Willem Andrews, Natron Means, Garrison Hurst, Caleb Williams, Quinshaw Judikins. This guy's actually kind of coming around a little bit. I think his stock is actually increasing a bit. Somebody to keep an eye on for sure. Michael Mayer, Tyler Lockett, Trevor Lawrence Dominators. There's a Dylan Gabriel throwback. Speak of the man we were just talking about. Best of instant. That is Bucky Irving, Wandale Robinson, and Rashid Shaheed. All right. So our auto will likely be in our last 3 packs, which I think was the same way it was in our last box. We need some more numbers. We've gotten 4 numbered cards so far, but we need better. Numbered to 500 doesn't really cut it. Here's a $500 box. We're going to give you the best card you get in there is a number to 500. Enjoy! I really wish they didn't put the number downtowns in here and just left it alone. I feel like the number downtowns just hurt this product tremendously. In terms of the repeatability of it, I guess you could say. Nice if you get them, but so hard to get them. Derek Carr, Jameson Williams, Brian Burns, red. Ty Felton. We got another optic preview here. So that's nice. At least we got 2 optic previews, which is a first. Hey, oh ho ho ho. How about that one for the Giants? Although his name's not really amazing autograph. I have seen his autograph look like that, but Pat Biz, I believe, is it? Or no, is it Jaw? Jaw's the one that takes it. I thought Pat had it. Pat has the Browns and the Jags, but how about Abdul Carter? Optic preview silver rated rookie. Going to Jaw. Nice. That's a good one. In my opinion, it's a good one. Very nice. Move the Bonito. His auto ain't nothing to shake a stick at, but at least we got a good auto in that. Ricky Williams. Lamar Jackson. Action All Pros. Rated Rookie Retro. Caleb Johnson. Apparently I'm just upside down. Puka Nacua. Myles Garrett. Alvin Kamara. Yeah. Because it's an A for the Abdul and C for the Carter. Jaden Reed. Jalen Noel. Kyle McCord. David Montgomery. Jalen Warren. R.J. Harvey. Milton Williams, Graham Gano, Tony Pollard, a kid reporter, Patrick Mahomes, Zach Charbonnet, Victor Cruz, Calvin Banks Jr., Demario Douglas, Travis Etienne, Caleb Johnson, Matt Stafford, Jeff Garcia, and DK Metcalf. Blech. Gosh, I hate the downtown chase. When you hit it, it's great, but trying to And I don't know what's going to be better. I don't know if retail is going to be better or trying to stick with the hobbies is going to be better. I did see a thing that said that somebody did 30 of those Donruss tins and it was not great. They said it was pretty brutal because I think it was 30 of those Donruss tins are equivalent to one hobby box of Donruss, and the tins just were absolute garbage. So somebody may hit a downtown, but they weren't worth the $500 they spent on tins. So, all right, let's do your recap for football. Lamar Jackson, Action All Pros, Nick Bonito to 500, Dylan Gabriel, throwback, Quinshon Judikins, rookie, Derrick Henry, Action All Pros, Mason Graham, Optic Preview, Shadur Sanders, base rookie, Abdul Carter, base rookie, Jackson Dart, Bomb Squad, Canton Kings, Calvin Johnson, 231 of 425. Amarion Hampton on the rookies. Jackson Dart rated rookies retro. Cam Ward throwback. Ozzie Newsome to 500. Lutheran Burden the third to 199. That's sad. That's our lowest numbered card. And then we had a Jordan Addison no name. And this was definitely a nice card. It's not going to pay by the box by any means, but an Abdul Carter Optic Preview rated rookie silver auto. Very nice. They should have had a picture of him sacking somebody instead of running like he was a wide receiver. All right. So we're going to swing over now and go do Topps Chrome. I will double check to see if anyone took the last spot in Topps Chrome. If not, we'll go ahead and get that set up. I will go grab a box. So again, your previews for breaks tomorrow, we're going to do a Bowman Chrome Hobby with a Bowman Chrome Breakers Delight combo. We're going to do 3 mega boxes of Select, 3 blaster boxes of Select, and a Glory of the Game football break. That will have 4 autos in it. If you get the Commander/NIL for that Glory of the Game box, you are definitely getting an autograph because it's been at least 1 to 2 NIL autos in there. And nobody has taken the last baseball spot, so I will close that down. I guess we'll just take the Pirates. Make it simple. All right. And then we will have a NASCAR break, $15 a spot. I thought about doing the NASCAR as a 2-box break, but I just figured let's just keep it on the cheap side. My goal is to make sure everything gets run Friday. I would be willing to consider if something didn't fill, maybe running it Saturday. Sunday, definitely not, because we are going to be stressed out of our minds. All right, Topps Chrome Hobby. All right, this one's going to be run by a traditional random. So we're going to random.org. I'm going to update your sheet on the side here. We'll swap this out. There. Multi-round giveaway, new giveaway. Bowman Chrome, I'm pretty happy with the Bowman Chrome Hobby. That looked pretty good. I was pretty happy with how that played out. Obviously, Topps Chrome have been rough. You know what? I'm gonna let you all pick. I have 7 boxes of Topps Chrome. I need a number picked. Top is 1, bottom is 7. Pick a number between 1 and 7. And that will be the box we ripped for this one. So somebody give me a number for 26, Frankie, if you want it, for Chrome. And I can still let you pick a team. I haven't run it yet. Chad says 7. All right. 7 it is. I went with Chad. First one I saw, and that was Chad. So Chad says 7. Frankie, do you want the last chrome spot? I have not run that yet. It's 26 for that chrome spot. Okay, what team do you want? Do you want to stick with the Pirates? That was who I was going to pick. Get this random set up. Some random. Padres are out. Phillies are out. O's are taken. 26. Yep, 26 is correct. All right. So are you sticking with the Pirates? All right, Braves. Braves, Reds, Tigers. Who else am I taking out of this? O's, Tigers, Reds, Blue Jays, Mets. Mariners. All right, there. Take the Pirates out, and we take the Mariners out. All right. Very good. I doubt they would. West Coast card shops are kind of weird depending on what part of the West Coast you're in. If you're down in San Diego, I did not find many shops up there. If you're up north, I've heard of a couple places up north, but I don't know them off the top of my head. All right. I have some starter sets, Chad, of Magic the Gathering. Do you have any interest in those? Because I've been just basically giving them away at this point. Do you want me to send you one of them with your next shipment? Because you can have one of the starter sets for Magic. I know nothing about it. Daniel told me just to give them away. Tops, Chrome, Hobby. All right. 3 6-sided dice. Doing the random for this one. We're going 15 times. Copy. Paste. Here is what's coming in. That doesn't look right. What did I do? Oh, when I did that. Oh, just delete the cell. What did I do? Oh. There we go. That's better. All right. So we got that in. Copy, putting it in the list. Donruss is just, I don't know. Products I feel like you have to Well, that's the thing. You're right. There's a lot of stuff out there everything's high. I mean, it's $6 a gallon of gas out in California. I mean, that's insane. I and everything's proportional, right? It's like inflation raises pay raises. You're like, I get a pay raise, but then you get a pay raise, and you're like, well, that's not really worth it. I got a pay raise, but yet I'm still struggling. How does this work out? Um, Everything's so backwards right now. All right, so tops, Chrome, baseball. We've got Pat. We got Anthony. We've got Ray. Frankie. Yeah, I definitely get screwed up with West Coast time. My wife and I have a rule that basically says if it's past 9 o'clock on West Coast time, you don't call back home because that means it's midnight here. Yeah, so right now for you, it's 8 o'clock and it's 11 o'clock, almost 11 o'clock here. It's 7:55 by you. Yeah, it's all goofy. Alan. All right, and then Mark. All right, so we got Mark, Alan, Phil, Pat, Ray, Anthony, Matt, Steven, Frankie, and Ray. All right, there's all the tags. Yeah. Shoot. Oh, the card show was decent, by the way. I mean, I think the fair definitely did hurt us. I was hoping the fair. So I ran a big card show this past weekend. You all probably have heard me talk about it before. Our county fair happened to be the same weekend. When we made the date for the card show, I don't think we captured the fact that the county fair. Okay, I'll put one in your next shipment then, Chad. I mean, hey, what's better than free Magic cards, right? I'll run down the names here for who got what for the teams here in a second. But we think we ill-timed it with our county fair because I was under the impression that based on when the card show starts and kind of really when the fair stuff kind of gets going, that we would see. No, actually, he didn't. He did buy a couple cards from me. He came in, checked out my stuff, and then kind of went down to the pit. Yeah, I did see stuff that they were the different styles that they were doing for Magic these days. Let's do the teams real quick. Mark Hudson has the O's, the Royals, and the Marlins. Allen's got the Tigers, the Diamondbacks, and the White Sox. Phil's got the Reds, the Red Sox, and the Yankees. Pat has the Blue Jays, the Nats, and the Brewers. Ray's got the Mets, the Astros, the A's, the Rangers, the Phillies, and the Cubs. Anthony's got the Mariners, the Dodgers, and the Cardinals. Matt has the Braves, the Guardians, and the Angels. Steven's got the Padres, the Twins, and the Giants. And Frankie's got the Pirates, the Rays, and the Rockies. Oh, yeah, he's definitely got stuff to show you. I actually did fairly decent. I was actually surprised how well I did at the show from the cash flow input. Sold a lot of bigger cards, surprisingly. Kind of in the $100-$200 range. I sold my Cordell Stewart Bo Jackson Arena card. I'm always down for rather selling stuff to people in person than trying to deal with eBay. But I will post that eBay link, by the way, for anybody who wants to check out the 80 some odd cards I posted on eBay. Graded cards, got you different stuff up there. So, all right, here we go. Good luck, everybody. We got a Christian Minaya, Willie Adams, Connor Wong, Spencer Steer, Nick Gonzalez, backwards card for the Mariners, George Kirby backwards. 15 of 150. This has been the night of 150. Ray's got the wrong side of 150. For the Mariners, 15 of 150. Chad had 115. If we had 100 to this, it would have been right. Kicking us off there. When did that one come out, Chad? Jackson Holiday, Future Stars, Griffin Connie, Jazz Chisholm, DJ Hers on the Prism rookie, Mookie Betts for the Dodgers, Francisco Lindor, Dustin Harris, Bryce Harper, Tyler O'Neill, Ryan Bliss. I think Judge and Ohtani. I think Alan said earlier that Judge hit 50 and 51 tonight. I think Judge probably has the MVP locked up at this point. So I will say the common theme I'm hearing from people is that Judge and Ohtani were very hard to find out of Topps Chrome this year. There was not a lot of Judge and Ohtani showing up. So I think unless Judge does some really stupid stuff at the end of the year, I don't think Raleigh's going to take the rookie or take the MVP. Because if you look at the stats, there really isn't any comparison. Judge is batting 330 and Raleigh's batting 240. So I don't quite see how there's even a comparison from that aspect. All right, next up. So, I thought it was a gold, but it's not. Just parallel. Gavin Lux, another backwards for the Reds. Jameer Caladerio. That is the negative for the Reds. Oh, I do know one card, Frankie, that Liam got that he was super happy about. I don't know if he's told you anything that he's gotten, so I don't want to spoil it for you. James Wood for the Nats, parallel or a throwback card. Max Fried, Nick York, Spencer Schwallenbach, Prism, Dylan Cruz, Fortune 15 rookie, Caden Dana, Miguel Vargas, Connor Wong, Wyatt Langford, Silver Refractor, Juan Yepez, Miguel Andujar, Logan Gilbert, Ronald Acuna Jr., and Dylan Dingler. I am... Damn. $2 million for Magic the Gathering? That's wild. That is wild. It's funny, like, Pokemon cards are intended to be playing a game with, not necessarily from a collecting standpoint, but Pokemon cards are turning just as crazy as sport cards, where people are buying it not for the gaming aspect of it, but for the collecting aspect of it. All right, here we go. Zach Neto, Josh Hader, Logan Webb, Mason Wynn, Cade Povich, Mackenzie Gore, Bryce Terang. Yeah, well, I actually bought a bunch of O's cards from the West Coast and brought them back home to sell at the show, and one of them did sell. I had a Jackson Holiday auto I bought and sold pretty quickly. Rhett Lauder, Ty Madden, and Michael Hellman going for the Twinkies. Steven Van Duren takes the auto for the Michael Hellman. I almost said Michael Van Hellman. Michael Hellman for the Twins auto. Doesn't mean we still can't hit a superfractor. But there's your auto. Congrats, Steven. Jackson Merrill for the Padres Future Stars. Andrew Vaughn, Key Brian Hayes, Tristan McKenzie, Mackenzie Gore, and Gustav Campero. You see that I end up trying to buy O's and Nats cards for shows. My big thing with shows has been is once I know I'm done with shows for a while, I try to basically dump all my singles so I can accumulate the funds and then work on rebuying throughout the year. because I know those cards are going to get stale unless there's. I mean, I have like the 8 auto card and the Peyton Manning auto card. Those ones I'll keep because those are big names that aren't going to change a whole lot. But some other stuff I move pretty quickly. Xander Bogaerts, Jonathan India, Jackson Merrill, Trace Sweeney, Kumar Rocker, Spencer Horowitz for the Prism, Dylan Cruz, Power Players, Zach Wheeler, Brandon Nemo, Jose Altuve, Silver Lawrence Butler, Refractor Lawrence Butler, and Michael Hellman. I keep calling them Silvers. You guys can see clearly how much Topps Chrome Hobby I still have left. That's $1,800 right there that you saw on my desk. Assume every box is about $300, which they're not selling for that, obviously. Is that actually how much that is? $250 a box. So yeah, so that's 15. That's almost $2,000 I just threw on my desk there that you all saw. It's crazy. I still have 4 boxes. I still have 10 boxes of hobby boxes of Topps Chrome Hobby. That's wild. Absolutely wild. All right, let's round out this box. Hope something's in there. See something good. Let's end the night on the right note. Here we go. I saw it. I haven't taken a look yet, but I'll take a look. Cameron Misner, Tyler O'Neill, Jacob deGrom, Dylan Cruz, Josh Bell, Luis Severino, Shane McCallahan, Ronald Acuna Jr., Grant Holmes, Lawrence Butler, Francisco Lindor, Grant McCray, Matt McLean, Sean Manaea, Kobe Mayo, Arade, Ha-Seong Kim, Buxton, Severino, and Baum. That was not the way I wanted to end that. Not the way I wanted to end that. Yuck. I don't have anything else to add. Well, that stinks. All right. Quick recap on that one. This is why Topps Chrome has been so rough. I mean, start dropping them at $20 breaks just to recap what we can get on these. So, all right. Well, recap's pretty straightforward on this one. James Wood, throwback. Jameer Caladerio, negative. George Kirby, 15/150, and a Michael Hellman auto. Should be $10 boxes. And that's it. When I get back from Aiden surgery the following week, we'll start bringing back some of our nightly games like trivia, guess which number I'm thinking of. We'll bring back the Meow game and things like that to give some more break credit in there. Brain capacity has just been a little bit taxed this week with leading up to Aiden surgery, so I would do more if I could. My brain just doesn't, and I'm trying to sham as many hours in at work as I can to try to make up for what I'm going to be missing for 2 weeks. But I'm hoping with actually being off that second week and being able to get back into breaks, we can do more, because that second week I'm still off from work and I don't have to do anything other than kind of take care of the house, take care of Aiden, and then we can do breaks. So, all right, I think that's going to do it for us tonight. Again, we've got Bowman Chrome Hobby and Breaker's Delight. It's going to be the first break tomorrow. It's going to be a 10-spot PYT at $65 a spot with the Mets, the Giants, and the A's locked. We're going to have a Glory of the Game Leaf with 3 megas of Select Football and 3 blasters of Select Football. And then we're going to do a NASCAR break with Select Hobby at $15 a spot. So good things to kind of end Friday. My goal is to run everything Friday because I'm going to be out for so long afterwards. So I will try to get some of the price previews up for the football break tomorrow before it goes up. But otherwise, I hope you all have a great night, and I hope you all have a great rest of your week. And we'll see you all back here on Friday night.